Welcome children. Today we continue with chapter 4 of Geography Climate for standard 9th, and this is the fourth part of the lesson. Today we are going to learn about the onset of the monsoon and its withdrawal. Now we can say India's climate is a monsoon type of climate. And what is monsoon? The seasonal reversal in the wind direction is called monsoons. That means in winters we see the wind blowing from land to sea, and in summers it changes, it blows from sea to land. And monsoon in our country starts early June to and ends by mid-September, and it carries on for 100 to 120 days. Now these monsoon winds are not steady like the trade winds. They are pulsating in nature. That means they come and go. Okay, they are not continuous. Okay. Now, as we have already mentioned earlier, all of you know that the location of the ITCZ shifts north or south of the equator. North or south of the equator with the apparent movement of the sun. Now, during the month of June, where is the sun shining? Yes, sun shines vertically on the Tropic of Cancer, and the ITCZ also shifts northward to 20 to 25 degree latitude and is located in the Indo-Gangetic plain. Now, what happens here? Yes, rapid rise in temperature, which means low pressure is created, and to fill up this low pressure, air is sucked from the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, and since they are blowing over the ocean, they are carrying a lot of moisture, and this brings the monsoons to India. So you can see children here, due to the rapid rise of temperature, it creates an area of low pressure, and to fill up this area of low pressure, air is sucked from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Now the southeast trade winds of the southern hemisphere, when they cross the equator, they turn right as southwest monsoon winds and strike the coast of Kerala on the first week of June. Children, due to the rise in temperature in northwest part of India, low pressure is created, and to fill up this area of low pressure, winds, the southeast winds from the southern hemisphere, now they cross the equator and turn right as southwest monsoon winds. And why do they turn right? This is due to the Coriolis force, the rotation of the earth. And when it enters here India, it divides into two branches, one as Arabian Sea branch and the other as Bay of Bengal branch. Now the southwest monsoon winds are coming from the warm ocean, so they are carrying a lot of moisture, and the Arabian Sea branch hits the coast of Kerala on the first week of June. On arrival, the normal rain increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days. This is known as burst of monsoon. Now after Kerala, it moves up, the Arabian Sea branch moves up and gives a lot of rain on the Western Ghats. Now these rain-bearing winds are unable to cross the mountains of the Western Ghats, so the central portion of the Deccan Plateau gets little less rain because the rain-bearing winds carry little moisture because this area lies in the rain shadow area. And now it moves ahead, and by 10th of June it reaches Mumbai, gives a lot of rainfall there, and then the Arabian Sea branch bifurcates into three parts. One goes into Gujarat, hits the Gir mountains and gives a lot of rainfall in the Saurashtra region. Since these winds are unable to cross the Gir mountains, Kutch doesn't get rainfall, and that is why it's a desert region. The other branch goes into central India and gives a lot of rainfall between Vindhya mountains and Satpura mountains. Now the last one goes straight up, okay, and goes to Delhi. It goes parallel to the Aravalli range because Aravalli mountains are lying parallel towards the monsoon winds. That is why these winds are unable to cross the Aravalli mountains, and Rajasthan becomes a desert. Now the Arabian Sea branch moves ahead. There is a Raisina hill where it hits it sometimes and it gives rain to Delhi. Otherwise, it goes to Uttarakhand, and there, because there are so many mountains there, it gives a lot of rainfall there. Now let us have a look at the Bay of Bengal branch. It just, when it branches off, it goes directly to Assam, hits the mountains there, Garo, Khasi, Jaintia hills, and then one of them get deflected because of the mountain towards the west, and this winds then give more rainfall in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, but as they move ahead, the rain bearing winds become less and less. Now at Delhi, both the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch meet, and so Delhi gets rainfall by the Bay of Bengal branch. Then this Bay of Bengal branch moves ahead, gives rain to Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. And then since there are a lot of mountains up, it's unable to cross the mountains, so Leh and Ladakh don't get any rain. Now, with the onset of the monsoons, the islands are the first to get the rainfall. You can see here Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they get the rainfall the first. So you can see here by 15th of July, the entire country gets the monsoon rains. It hits Kerala, then moves up. By 10th, it is at Mumbai, then Gujarat, moves into the Ganga plain and Punjab. All these areas then get rainfall. By 15th July, the entire country has rain. Now the withdrawal of the monsoon is a very gradual process. You can see here by early September, the monsoon withdrawal process begins from northwestern states of India. It starts to receive, yes, because now reversal. Now it will blow from land to sea. Monsoons were from sea to land. You can see here by mid-October, it completely withdraws from the northern half of the peninsula, and by early December, the monsoon withdraws from the whole country. So children, this map shows you the withdrawal of the monsoon. So you can see by 1st of December, almost the monsoon returns back towards the sea. It's the withdrawal of the monsoons. The islands were the first one to get the rains in April itself, but the withdrawal of the monsoon from here takes place in the first week of December or even first week of January. So this gets the rains, and the last to withdraw from the islands. Okay. Now, having learned the onset and withdrawal of the monsoons, we will learn the seasons of our country. There are 4 types of seasons: cold weather season, hot weather season, advancing monsoon, which is the rainy season, and the retreating monsoon, which is the transition season. So children, wait for my next video, which will be on seasons of India. Till then, do view and subscribe. Thank you.